In this video, we'll look at some of the basic concepts of probability. And so what we've got is the initial formula, probability. This means or, and normally when you see or, you add everything that it pertains to. So in this case, if I said what's the probability of A or B, you would say all three of these were involved in A or they were in B. So your answer would be 46 out of 50. Whereas this symbol and, if it's just normal probability questions, you would add, you would times your answers, but in a Venn diagram, you'd be looking at the overlap. And so in this question, if I said, what's the probability of A and B, it would be just this number here. It's who is in the overlap of both of those circles. And so if you're ever stuck in a probability question, always just come to this basic formula. Even if it's the toughest question you've ever seen, just come back here and try to substitute whatever you can in. Just to point out again in this introductory video that something like the probability of A is not just 18, it's anything that's in A. So in this case, it would be 30. And what's the probability of B? It's anything in B. So in this case, it would be 28. So the second key formula that you learn in grade 11 is the independent formula. And if this formula works perfectly, then you know that your events were independent. If they don't work, then they are not independent or they are dependent. And so the probability of A and B, that's a specific place, whether it's a two-way table and you're looking at a specific box, or like this, whether it's your Venn diagram. So A and B, we talked about, was 12 over the grand total, 50, which simplified is 6 over 25 or 0.24 as an exact number. And that should equal, if it's independent, the total of the probability of A, so it's 30 over 50 times the total of B, 28 over 50, which gave us 0.236. So they're very close, but they're not the exact same number, so they're not independent, therefore they are dependent. Last two things for this introductory video is that whenever you've got P, like here, P of A, it's the probability of A. It's the chances of that thing, A, 30, happening over your total, which you'd add up all your numbers, in this case was 50. Whereas if you see N of B, that would just mean the number of that thing. So how many people are in B? It is just 28. If you see a little symbol like this, the probability of with a dash, that just means not being in that. And you can either cover up with your hand not being in A, so it would just be these numbers. So the answer is going to end up being 20 over 50 or 2 over 5. Or another way of doing it is 1 minus the probability of that thing. And so you could have said not being in A is 1 minus the probability of A is 30 over 50. And then that would have given you an answer of 20 over 50, which is 2 over 5. And so that's how you can do these introductory formulas and find your way around probability. And if you anchor yourself back to these three concepts that I've mentioned here, it can make this section so much easier. I hope you found this video useful. If you did, please like it, subscribe to our channel, and share it with your friends. Thanks.